What's up, everybody? My name is Eddie. Welcome back to another episode of Medieval Dynasty. Now, in this episode, we're just going to do more of our chapters. So, first we need to set a trap. Now, you can do that by going to that's a lie. Building. Then, animal? No. Hunting. Then, no. Wrong. Houses? Where do you find a fish trap? A rabbit trap. Handcraft. Building. Hunting. No. Extraction. No. Houses. No. Farming. No. Animal. That's husbandry. We're not. You don't want husbandry. Production. No. Service. No. Storages. No. Furniture. Why is that furniture? Okay. But we have the amount of sticks, so I'm just gonna walk into the woods here a little bit and just Perfect. Wooden spear. I see a rabbit right over there. We need a log. Well, if I just get my shovel. Log. Then handcrafting. Spear. If I go to inventory, tools, spear, bring it to 5. Then hunt a wild animal. Well, I did just see that wild animal. I don't need terrible time. Bigger target. Yes! What? How is it not? How's it not dead? It drops. Oh my gosh. Hunting is harder than it seems. This is almost dead. The spear's almost gonna break. It's only one log to make though, so it's not that big a deal. Perfect! Take. And then I need to make a stone knife. Make that quickly. I can just skin that. Can I skin it? There we go. Two fur and 2 meat. Perfect. Okay, let's quickly run home because it's almost night. So our next chapter is to survive for a season. So I think I'm just going to keep on going with the other thing that we have. Uni Ghost Story 1. Okay. You're home. So now I think I'm just going to put some stuff in my chest. So I just drag and drop, drag and drop, drag, E, F. You have to utilize hotkeys, which is what I found to be very helpful. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to sleep next day. Perfect. Alright, well, let's check our trap first. Nothing's set it off. So yeah, I'm going to quickly run over to the other village. That wasn't as bad of a journey as I thought it'd be. Alright, what does she have to say? Hello, what can I help you with? Hi, you're Dobronnidiga. Right? Nice to meet you. I'm Rasamir. That's right, nice to meet you too, Rasamir. What brings you to me? Hunger, thirst, and Unigost. Sounds like a true trinity of misfortune. Hunger and thirst I can easily fix, but my husband's doings might not be as effortless to revoke. What has he done now? Nothing at all. He was great so far, actually. Yeah, he can be like that sometimes, especially when he's not married to you. I'm sure you don't mean that. Wise man once said, marriage is the most breathtaking shape that two souls can form. That's nice. That's really nice. I like it. Here, grab something to eat and tell me more about yourself. There's nothing much to say, really. I've just arrived at the valley looking for my uncle Jordan. Didn't expect to be done searching so quickly, to be honest. Oh yes, he was Unigost's friend. I remember now hearing that he had eyes just like yours. I'm sorry for your loss. That's okay. I don't even remember him, really. Most that I know about him is from my mother's stories. She always looked up to her big brother, loved him furiously, even when he stopped visiting. A lot of people did, from what I've heard. There was something special about him. Yeah, tough shoes to fill, huh? The only shoes that you need to worry about are filling are your own. Every man is the architect of his own future. Thank you for saying that. It's what I needed to hear. But let's not talk about me anymore. What's your story? I was part of a traveling band of troubadours. I've never managed to learn how to play any instrument, but I was pretty decent with my singing. Our travels brought us to the valley not long after the death of your uncle. I still remember seeing Unigos for the first time. He had so much sadness in his eyes. Jordan wasn't just a friend of his. He was a part of him. The band left a few days after I stayed. There was something in Unigost's presence that I simply knew my place was by his side. You probably noticed the age difference. No, not really. What? Are you implying that I look old? Nothing of sorts. Anyway, it looks like you were anchored here by love. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, you could call it that. Or blindness, or stupidity. Poor judgment, maybe. Whatever sounds best to you. Pretend all you like. You filled hard for the grandpa with sad eyes, and you know it. I did. He annoys me sometimes like nobody else. Yeah, I can't imagine breathing without him now. But don't let me go all soft on you. You've really got some places to go. It was a pleasure talking with you. Every second of it. Here, I know it's not much, but it will come in handy when starting a new life. Everything costs coin these days. I really appreciate that, but I'm not looking for charity. I'll manage. Oh, come on. Don't try to be a hero. Sigh. Men. Alright, do something for me then. It won't be a handout, just your first pay. That I can agree on. What do you need? There's a farmer in the village. She's called Dobronnidiga. She usually supplies from the tavern with rye, but I haven't got anything from her in a while. My stock is almost gone, and you don't even want to imagine what would happen to these people if we run out of beer. Consider it done. While we were speaking of beer, Unigos asked me to grab a couple for us. Of course, here you go. Great, thank you. He promised to tell me some stories about Jordan. Oh, I see. Well, in that case, gave him more ale. Haha, thank you. Perfect. Hey, let bygoss be bygoss.
Hello, sir.
Scoot over, kid. Okay, well, I do want that money first. I know about food. Yeah, so I just need to eat fast. Eat. Skills in survival. Survival knowledge. Proficient you are in surviving and gathering. No. 5% more experience gained from activities. 2%. 2 Celsius more temperature tolerance. 25 higher poisoning. I feel like early game Iron Liver will be very helpful. Yes. Perfect. But where can I see journal? I want to do this one. No, I don't need the spear. Dobronnidiga. Hello. Hello, Dobronnidiga. I've been sent by Dobronnidiga. What for? I've heard that you are the one that supplies rye to the tavern, is that right? So? Are you always that charming to the strangers, or am I special in some way? Forgive me, I didn't mean to be rude. I'm just dealing with some personal issue. Is everything alright? I don't want to bother you with my problems. You're not bothering. I'm eager to listen if you'd like that. Well, a long time ago I made a major mistake, and the consequences of that decision are troubling me now. What kind of mistake? Marrying an idiot? Ha ha ha, I understand. Believe me, you don't. How exactly does his doubtful intellectual prowess trouble you? Last night he was supposed to tell me to sell one of our cows in the market. I told him specifically the price you should sell it for. We need the coins now more than ever, and you can guess what he comes back with. Magic beans? Nothing. A handful of seeds that someone told him were magical. Magic seeds, can you imagine? Moron, I told you. Was there anything extraordinary about the seeds? They weren't even seeds. It was just a bunch of rabbit droppings. I'm going to lose my mind because of that man, I swear. I would love to say something uplifting right now, but damn, he really does sound foolish. Can I do something to help? Thank you. That is what I needed to hear. There's nothing for you to do, sweetie, but I appreciate the offer. Letting me vent a little was more than enough already. It was a pleasure. Could you tell me more about that rye situation now? Unfortunately, we won't be able to provide the rye this time. The crops are all diseased and pretty much unusable, as if I didn't have enough problems already. But don't worry, I ordered a delivery of rye from Rolnissa. It should be here by yesterday, actually. Don't know what happened. Nadar is usually very prompt. Maybe you could go see him and check if everything is alright? That's what I'm gonna do then. Take care. Okay. Oh, that's far away. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That's way too far away. So I'll go Unigust's story then. Let's hear some stories about our Uncle Jordan. Jordan. That's a fun name. Jordan. Nice. Can I sit and then talk? Yo, look at me! I don't. I look so sad. Okay. You can't talk to him while sitting. That's weird. Rasimir! Hey, Unigust. You're looking at the proud house owner from the valley, and I'm back bearing beers. A job well done indeed. Alright, let me wet my throat with this amber goodness and start reminiscing. I knew Jordan for 22 years before he died. He was my best and truest friend. A brother, actually. I remember the day we met as if it were yesterday. I was 25 at the time, living in the big city of Gillenburg, where I was born. You could say I hated that place, but still it was the only home I've ever knew. Maybe someday I'll tell you more about that. Anyway, I was forced to take care of my own, so I did, doing the only thing I could, stealing. You were a thief? I was, and a bloody good one, if I might say. Picking pockets was my bread and butter. I could steal a piece of steak right from under your fork and you wouldn't even notice. It wasn't greed that motivated me, just survival. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the process. Stealing is still a crime, no matter the motivation. I'd say you'll want to wait and hear a bit more before getting all high and mighty on me. I'm sorry, go on. We had an annual festival at Jellenberg. It always brought a whole bunch of outsiders to town. You can imagine what that meant for a man in my profession. I could do a day's worth of work in a matter of minutes. I grabbed a few coins here and there, some jewelry, a pair of new boots, and then I saw a nobleman with a money bag strapped to his belt. It was basically begging to be set free. I sneaked behind him in the crowd, like I did 1,000 times before. Child's play. I gently grabbed the pouch, did a little shimmy magic, and there it was, sitting neatly in my palm. Just needed to turn around and disappear like always. And then, wham! What happened? I was punched in the face by what felt like a bull, and I was so shocked I didn't even realize what happened until I hit the ground. My head was pounding. I could barely see straight. And you know what was the first thing I saw next? Another blow coming? Haha, no. A smile. A big, radiant smile on the face of the man with two different eyes. It was your Uncle Jordan, the one I took for a nobleman. He stuck his hand out, helped me get up, and offered me a beer. Haha, just like that? Just like that. I don't get it. That's just how Jordan was. You see, your uncle was as deadly clever. Smartest man I've ever known, hands down. He could see the world like nobody else, predict things. He was always at least a dozen steps ahead of anyone else. So, on a rare occasion that somebody surprised him, he was intrigued. And he wasn't expecting you? Indeed. Apparently, even despite my failure, I was still the one that came closest to robbing him, and he liked that. So I'm guessing you accepted his invitation, right? I didn't really have a choice, did I? I was terrified of the guy at the moment, so we went. He took me to the most expensive and most crowded tavern in the whole town. Remember that it was the day of the festival. Even entering that place was next to impossible. He didn't seem to care, though. In the matter of seconds, we were sitting at the table being served by 2 barmaids at the same time. It was surreal. In my mind, there was only one explanation. He owned the place. And did he? Not at all. It was his first time in Gellenberg. It had all felt like a dream, to be honest, especially with me still being dazed after the punch. I was still sure he was a nobleman. His manners, his clothes, the way he talked and moved, and then he chugged a beer like it was a race, wiped the face with his sleeve and burped like a drum. He went from the lord to the savage, just like that. Snaps fingers. I relived that moment a dozen times until I realized why he did that. It wasn't a mistake, oh no. No laziness, no moment of weakness. He wanted me to see it, to understand it. Understand what? That he was full of crap. You see, Rasimir, your uncle was one of a kind. He was a true master of arms, and his weapon of choice was his confidence. What does that even mean? Imagine a closed door with 2 armed guards at its sides, and you want to know what's inside? What are your options? And you want what's inside. What are your options? You can force yourself in, bribe the guards, try to pick a lock, but a Jordan, he just holds his head up high, walks right in, and demands the door to be open. You are right, that all sounds surreal. I never knew that about my uncle. My mother's stories were quite different. Because I'm afraid she knew a quite different Jordan than me, than everybody in the pack. Wait, the pack? Oh dear, Rasimir, there's so much you still don't know. Our story hasn't even really begun, but it's getting late. Come on, you can't just leave me hanging like that. Alright, I'm going to tell you a bit more. After that beer we had, and a couple more. Then some meat if I remember correctly. We were talking about our past, our dreams, convictions. Started making some drunken absurd plans. I thought we were joking, to be honest. The next thing I remember is waking up in silk sheets. I'm guessing they weren't yours, correct? Are you kidding? It was the first time I've ever even touched a fabric like that. The ceiling in the chamber was so high, it could fit a giant. I thought I was dreaming. Then the servants walked in. I was ready to flee, but instead of fighting me, they presented me with breakfast. Really? How come? It was all Jordan's doing. I never found out how he managed to pull it off. Whenever I asked, he just burst into laughter, even years after. Needless to say, I left Gellenberg with him out on that day. The first time I went outside of the town's walls and never came back. That was the day the pack was born. And 3 years later, there were 5 of us. A real team. A family. We called ourselves the Reminders. Oh, how I wish I could be there. It all sounds incredible. I've never had an adventure like that, and probably never will. Easy, my boy. It wasn't always fun and lovely, but it's a tale for another time. It really did get late, and I'm sure you still have a lot of work to do. Come find me tomorrow, and we'll talk some more. I'll do that. Thank you, Unigost, for everything. Oh, my throat hurts. Okay, we just have to wait another day. Could I, What is wrong with my vision? Oh, I'm drunk. Could I sleep in somebody's house? No. Well, I want to stay in the town for a bit longer to see what everything is. Like, what's this?
Welcome.
Where can I find... Oh, very well.
It was nice seeing you.
I want to buy something. Maybe I should head back home. Okay, well, I have to run. Where is my house? Where is my house? It's this way, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna run. Don't... I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna speed. Here we go. I'm regretting building my house so far away from that little town. My pinky's hurting from holding down shift. Okay, well, we're back. I just want to see if I can build anything else. Crafting building. Houses. Technology? Technology. What do you need technology for? Hunting lodge. Okay. Farming. You know, an orchard wouldn't... No, I need a barn. 10 farming. So I think I could just make like a little tiny like field. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little tiny plantation. A 3x4. Look at this. It's a nice little arranged in tiles. Every single one can hold up to one different plant type. Fields require several controls when choosing things like grubbing, fertilizing, plowing, sowing, gathering vegetables, and harvesting grains. Okay, so what's the first thing I have to do? Planting, orchards, fields, food, flirting, fields. Grub up the field with a hoe. This has to be only once with every new field. Okay, I need a hoe. Handcrafting. Oh, we need 1 log. Okay, I can get a log. No. There we go. Okay, get a hoe. Then I'm quickly going to take that hoe and put it there. Okay, so grub up the field. Excuse me. There you go. Bam. Oh, whoa-bam. Whoa-bambo. Whoa-bam. Okay. Knowledge. Fields. Okay. Sprinkle fertilizer with the help of the bag on the field. Bag. How to make a bag. A bag? Am I supposed to have a bag? Bag. 3 leather. Leather. I have fur. Leather. How do you get leather? Leather. Okay, I just need to farm a little bit, I guess. Or hunt a little bit, I mean. Ooh, we caught one. Nice. Okay, but we probably... I won't be able to do leather and stuff until I have, like, a bow, probably. So I think now would be a good time to call it. We did some missions and we traveled a bit, made a field, I guess. So if you like this episode and want to see more of this game, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.